Hey guys, it's Postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite storyline video, and in today's video, this is a very important video because we are actually focusing on a few different topics. We've got Kaos Agents storyline, we've got Midas's storyline, and a bunch of other side storylines currently going on right now in the Fortnite world. So first off, I wanted to start off with Kaos Agents storyline because I think this is how it will end for Season 2 of Chapter 2. Alright, so Kaos Agent returned to the item shop recently, and this is a big change for the storyline. It was straight after the Travis Scott event, and as you can see, Fortnite's description for this was has a history of low success rates with various scientific experiments, but always looks great in this suit during every test. I think this is a major statement with Fortnite coming out saying straight away, Kaos Agent's still alive. You can see he doesn't have his mask on here. We know that Midas took his mask and put it inside of his room, but is Kaos Agent still living because he's like this dark type substance? The answer to that is yes. They wouldn't release this version and this picture on their newsfeed for that. So that's very exciting stuff for the storyline, and they're even telling us that he's doing more scientific experiments. What recent experiment did he do? The Slurp Legends pack. The Slurp Legends pack for some reason came out blue. Does that kind of give questions or alarm bells? It does to me, because what it tells us is it tells us that maybe Kaos Agent isn't just on Shadow's side. There's a third agency or reference or logo you guys have been sending me on Twitter, and this is it here. This is something which we've seen popping up all over the internet in the last few days or so, and it's something pretty big. Hopefully we get more information on it very soon, but you can see the logo right here. Just before I get into any more information on this, if you guys happen to be new around here, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Roughly 80% of you guys aren't already subscribed to the channel, and I produce content like this almost every single day, so make sure you're keeping up to date with all the hidden secrets in Fortnite. Alright, what we have? Well, this logo is pretty key because this could potentially be a third agency, and I'm thinking maybe Kaos Agent has turned to that side. That's why he may be producing the blue versions rather than the red version of the Slurp Army, which we saw in the shadow loading screen back in Season 1, which is this loading screen here. We can see that he had his red Slurp Army, but I think he's kind of changed his mind and realized something's going on here, something real bad, and he's joined maybe this third party. I'm not too sure on that about joining it, but I definitely think something's going wrong with his experiments for a reason, and I think that will definitely tell us something big about the storyline. The reason I want to bring up this trailer you can see on screen right now is Fortnite recently released this, and we don't know who these characters are. We saw a few people tweeting this out and a few people getting quite big about it, even Donald Mustard asking the question on maybe who potentially these are and how they're going to affect the storyline. So I do definitely think that these are something, but no one really knows much information on them just yet, so hopefully we get more information. Obviously the skins are out there, but there's no information on what party they're on, what team they're on. Maybe we'll see some more stuff coming on that side of stuff with that. We also had a recent skin pop in the item shop as well, which was this skin here. Her hobbies include revenge, vengeance, and retribution. Get the new Root outfit in the item shop now, and her, or generally she was a shadow agent, so could she be related to Kaos Agent? Potentially she could be, because the pictures they recently posted are very similar in color schemes. Also guys, we're going to be moving on to some loading screen stuff because no one has broken this down yet this season. You don't want to miss what I'm about to go through. So take a little look at this guys. First off, the shark right here. This one is key. Who is that there in the water on the bottom right? Doesn't it look like Kaos Agent? This actually brings to me potentially that Kaos Agent potentially has escaped from the shark. Do you think he has? Do you think he hasn't? I'm not too sure, because we all thought it was Aura at first, but maybe Aura has some sort of relationship with Kaos Agent, and this is why Kaos Agent has broken out. Midas has his mask, but he didn't manage to eliminate Kaos Agent in that gold form. We'll come to Midas in a second now. I think there's more behind him, and I definitely think there's going to be a clash between 3 different parties in the event. I know it's getting a little bit complicated, but it definitely is worth keeping an eye on. Kaos Agent escaping right there. So this looks like the agency has been turned into Shadow. You can clearly see that, and obviously we can expect that in the recent update that the agency is going to get some damage done to it and obviously become a Shadow POI. Then some other like loading screens that aren't very important. These ones were just skipping through. Then this one isn't really too big either. This one again not too big. Meow's one not too big either. Just a jet. Obviously the kind of triangle on that, or the skin at the bottom left that some people kind of mention. Sometimes this sort of stuff can be quite big there at the bottom left. The triangle. Not too really sure where to go on that sort of stuff, but definitely interesting, but nothing really too big. Then we come to this raid, the mountain raid. This is definitely one that's interesting because the base is ours. It's as if that maybe ghosts are going to go back up here throughout the upcoming weeks and take this over. But then that also brings me to TNT. You can see that this is crazy as well because it looks like the yacht is being blown up, which is insane. So is that going to happen? Probably not that one. I think that's more of like a concept art, but again, it would be cool to see if that was to happen. Maybe we have the option to decide between that and that, because supposedly we're meant to have lots of options, but I don't think we've had many options at all to decide the storyline so far this season. I know it can be quite difficult for Fortnite though during these difficult times. That brings me on to, if you're using code Postboxpat, thank you so much everyone. You really are supporting me. Here are a few shout outs on screen right now. Everyone that's using code Postboxpat, I do receive 5%. It really does help out through these difficult times. So if you want to go and support me in the item shop, support legit and real content, you can go and use code Postboxpat in the shop. The next topic I've got for you guys is our man Healy. Wow, this again comes back to that third party with the logo, and that logo potentially could link in with Peely. That's why Peely hasn't really got a side yet. You think about it in Fortnite, Peely himself, what team is he on? We don't really know. We can get the dark or the light variant of Peely, obviously with the two suits there, but we don't actually know which team he's on. So could he be part of that third team? We know that we've been seeing Peely kind of spy in the agency. He's been popping up in a few challenges there and then. I actually got this theory from a YouTuber I'll link down below. A few different people have been sending me the link to this, so I'll link it down below. The Peely theory. It's quite an interesting one. Then another theory as well is this Harvest guy. I don't know, is he going to be something to do with the storyline? Probably not. In my opinion, this is definitely interesting to see that we do see that the places are on fire in the background, and this could be something to do with the Doomsday event. And that brings us on to the Doomsday event topic itself. So this one is interesting. This is something which I didn't really expect to actually suddenly change my opinion on this. And again, this is something which people have been telling me on Twitter and noticing me about, because I think Midas isn't planning on destroying the map. I think he's planning on turning the map to gold. And that's what I think the Doomsday Device is. Here you can see a bunch of concepts from my friend EA. Now these have been used in a few clickbait videos, but they're great concepts and I absolutely love the design of them. So I thought I'd go over to them and tell you guys exactly what I think the Doomsday Device is going to do related to these. So the top left one is the most key one. I do think that Midas is planning to turn the map to gold, obviously because he's greed. And I think it's a great concept and it really kind of reflects that idea which I was talking about before. And definitely could be how the event could take place, maybe for a short period of time. And maybe the group that could stop Midas from doing this could be the secret agent group that could be taking over the map at some point and maybe wipe out Ghost or Shadow. I think the event this season will definitely have something to do with this Doomsday Device. In previous theory videos, we talked about how it potentially could be a force field, and we talked about how obviously the points around the agency that are glowing currently could actually be something big, as in like they could maybe shine like lights or rays into the sky and create this force field or protect it. But I think maybe they're going to be part of Midas's power to turn the map to gold. We know that he's been harvesting the power of the Storm skin, and I know that's something which people have all been talking about as well. I've also talked about that, but I do think there's something else behind this. Like, why is Midas turning every skin to gold? Why is there so much gold going on? He's got Midas's touch. It's his greed. Obviously Midas is a greedy character back from the mythology as well, so I think definitely this is something which we should consider and maybe is going to be how the event ends. Obviously the map's not just suddenly going to turn to gold forever. I think if the map turns to gold, it'll either be during the event for a brief period of time, or for example the map will turn to gold and it'll be gold for a week and then there'll be another event. I don't think it'll be like 2 events because that's quite a lot of work to do, but it would work nicely and it is possible to do something like that. Launch 1 event, like pause, and then launch 2 events. Each event's 5 minutes rather than like a whole 10-minute event. It'd be like the Travis thing, split it into 2 parts. Unlikely that will happen, but if he does attempt to turn the map to gold, Midas, with this huge Doomsday Device, we know that this is probably going to go wrong. It's going to be stopped by someone, maybe the 7. I don't really want to bring the 7 into this video because I personally don't think we'll start seeing any 7 stuff until later on in the chapter of chapter 2. I don't think we'll see them this early on, but there is rumors as well that the engineer could have some sort of relationship to the 7. I don't want to go into that too much because I don't personally agree with that, but I could be wrong. but I think the Engineer is definitely part of Shadow. You can even see it on her shoulder. The Engineer is definitely a relationship with Shadow. But if you guys want me to talk more about how I think maybe the 7 could be related, I'll make it another storyline video. And obviously you can expect more storylines videos this week. We've got the update tomorrow as I'm uploading this video. The reason I've made this storyline video, nothing relevant to that update other than we know that the agency is going to be changing to Shadow, is because there's no point of me doing that because the update itself is going to have more map changes, etc. So that's why I've made today's video, meaning you can watch it at any point in time during season 2 without being confused. So I really do hope you guys did enjoy the video. Smash the like, smash the subscribe. If you're new around here, please do stick around on the channel for Fortnite content, and I'll see you in the other videos on screen right now.